Hello everyone. So as you all know, Croatia Rapid and Blitz tournament is going on, and in that the great former world champion Vishwanathan Anand is also playing. So he has been playing the over the board event since like after 1.5 years. Since 1.5 years he hasn't played chess much. So and he has come well prepared, that we can see from the first game itself, where he defeated the Grandmaster Jordan Van Forest, and he just played tremendously. So we will start with the game. Anand is white and Van Forest is black. So Anand played e4. Jordan Van Forest played pawn to c5, knight f3, e6, d4, Sicilian defense, pawn takes, knight takes, knight to c6, knight c3. This is the Taimanov variation of Sicilian, queen c7, and tremendous move pawn to g4. So it is a bit very aggressive move, kind of a very rare line. Here the other moves that are played are mostly bishop e3, queen e2, castles, or sometimes f3 is played, but Anand goes for pawn to g4. Black played a6, then bishop e3, knight takes knight, queen takes the knight, pawn to b5. So black is trying for the queen side attack. White castled, bishop b7, and king to b1, the very prophylactic move to save this diagonal, to save that file where the queen is there on the c file. So white is just trying to save the king, just a prophylactic move, good move, so that the queen should be inside. Then knight to f6, f3, rook to c8, and pawn to g5. So Anand has already started attacking, as he has seen that his opponent's king is in the center. So it is a very good time to just attack, because his king is castled, and so that he can attack it well. Then knight move to h5, queen back to e2. Like this was necessary to avoid the bishop move. Bishop could have come on the c5. So to avoid that, he has played the move queen to e2. Then bishop e7. There is no other good square where black can develop his bishop. Then here Anand played a very nice move, bishop to h3. His idea is he wants to go on the g4 with the bishop. Black pushed the pawn on b4, and knight moved to e2. Black plays pawn to d5, bishop to g4 by white, g6, trying to just save the knight, because there is no other way to save the knight. And here, instead of taking the knight and reading the structure, Anand found a very brilliant idea. So here the move that he played is bishop to d4. He is attacking the rook first. Okay, and now knight cannot go back, because bishop will just take the knight if he will move the knight on the g7. So black has castled, okay, in this position where white is about to open up the structure. Black has castled. So here again Anand played a very nice move, pawn to e5, because he has seen this. Let's say in this position, if you will take the knight, then black has a very nice move, pawn takes. Okay, so because of this move, Anand has not taken the knight, because let's say he drops back the bishop, so then just pawn takes is coming, and like so many problems are happening now, because then the bishop is there on the rook's diagonal. So many things are there. So that's why Anand has avoided everything and played a very nice move, pawn to e5, and now the light squared bishop of black is also blocked. Black played knight back on g7. Now pawn h4. White has started attacking. Black played the move pawn to a5. h5. With full fledged, he is ready to attack. Now bishop to a6, because what the bishop is doing on the like b7, it's not good, so he just rerouted the bishop on the a6 trying to attack. And here there is a very nice move that Anand has missed. Anand has played the second best move. Okay, Anand has played knight to g3, but the best move here was knight to c1. Okay, because in this way white is stopping the black's pawns that are coming from the a and b files. Okay, so knight c1 was the best, but what Anand did was the second best move, knight to g3. Black has pushed the pawn a4. It is his only hope to generate the counter. And here white has played pawn to f4. Okay, he could have directly taken with the h pawn, but okay, he played pawn to f4 first, defending. Then black is obviously has played pawn to b3, and now there is a very strong move that again Anand has missed because he was there in the time pressure, and at this point both the players had only 3 minutes on the clock. So here the best move was pawn to c3, and when black takes the pawn, king will just sit on the a1 and everything is safe. But here Anand takes the pawn two times, and black has moved his knight on the f5. The better could be for black was just to play queen to b7 and attack the pawn, but as black was also in the time trouble, he developed his knight on the f5. White took the knight with the bishop. Obviously black has to take with the g pawn or else he is getting checkmated. Then pawn push g6, f takes, h takes, then h takes, queen h2 ready for doing the checkmate. So king has to go on the f7, and here Anand did a blunder, but it was very difficult for black to spot, and actually black was not able to spot this blunder. White played knight takes f5. The point of this move is, if you will take with the g pawn, queen will just come on h5 with a check and will not allow the black king to run. And the move that happened in the game was e takes f5, then queen h7 check, king e6, queen takes g6. If the king moves anywhere, if king tries to run away on the e7, then queen can just pick up the light square bishop which is hanging on a6. So, but here how could have he could have played with this blunder, like black should have played rook to h8, and this is the way that he could have countered this blunder, because this knight check is also not working here. Rook will just simply take, and this is good for him. He can just then let's say queen takes, then there is very amazing move here, queen c1 check, rook takes, bishop check. If king moves on a2, then rook a8 check, and here black is doing the checkmate. So that's why this was a blunder that Anand did, but his opponent was not able to spot and took with the e pawn. Then queen takes, and he blocked with the bishop, and Anand now calmly played bishop back on the c3. Okay, then queen to g7, bishop h6, the only move to maintain the pin, queen takes, rook takes, then bishop on e2. Again there are chances of going wrong here by playing rook to e1. This is not a good move because this check is coming. Okay, and if king moves here, then again rook a8 will be the checkmate soon, because bishop blocked, then rook will take. If king goes here, this pin black can use. So here Anand calmly played rook to d2. so that this pawn push is not coming anymore. Then bishop on f3, pawn b4. Anand is not hurrying to take that pinned bishop. Then rook c4, then rook to d4, rook c7, king moved on c1. Now Anand is bringing his king also in the game. Then rook g7. So now Anand has to take. Anand just took the bishop. Then rook takes. Then pawn takes. And now rook to b7, king to d2, bishop to e4, king e3. So now he has activated his king, and obviously this pawn on the f6 is not free because rook will just take and discover check with the bishop. So black played rook to h7 trying to do some checks, but Anand calmly pushed the pawn to b5. Obviously he has calculated everything. Rook h3 check, then king d2, rook h2 check, then king back on the c1, then rook h1 check, rook to d1, rook h2, and rook g1. Now Anand is going in with his rook. Then pawn d4, bishop takes. Then rook c2 check, king d1, rook c4, just bishop on the e5 very calmly. Anand is now playing very calm, maintaining the position because he knows that he is winning now completely. So rook c5 by black, rook g7, rook d5 check, king simply on the e1, rook d8, rook e7 check, king d5, f7, and now at this position his opponent Jordan Van Forest resigned and Anand won this game. Okay, so this was the first game of Croatia Rapid and Blitz that Anand has played, and he proved himself. He is back in the action. Okay, and let me know in the comments how do you like this game.